tuned into Startup Central. Now, online insurance platform PolicyBazaar is in talks to bring on board Alpha Wave Incubation for an investment to the range of $50 to $100 million. Now, AWI is an early stage fund managed by Falcon Edge and anchored by ADQ, a holding company owned by the Abu Dhabi government. The new funding, which is a mix of secondary and primary capital, is expected to value PolicyBazaar's parent, ACES Marketing, at about $2 billion, up from the $1.5 billion that it previously commanded. To discuss more about the new company, the new capital and how the company plans to deploy it, let's connect with Tarun Mathur, co-founder and group CBO, PolicyBazaar.com. Tarun, thanks so much for taking time out and joining in. Let's just start off by talking about what exactly this means for the company, essentially valuing the company at about $2 billion, up from the previous $1.5 billion for the parent company.
I think what this means is that the market's actually recognizing the fact that the COVID, while as bad as it was, did give a boost to insurance. I think there's a lot of recognition in the market for the need for protection products for death, disease, and disability. And I think that's what investors are seeing. That's what anybody buying from us is seeing. And I think with our foray into our UAE business, this should come as a welcome step. And I think that things will get better, and I think we will find a lot more interest into the business, into insurance as an industry also.
Now sounds fairly promising as well for the company. Just walk us through then what the plans are in terms of utilization of these funds.
I think from our perspective, PolicyBazaar generates quite a bit of contribution, and for that matter, we don't really need the funds to kind of expand. I think, but a lot of it will be key to our expansion in UAE and kind of growing the business there and getting to the scale and the recognition that we have here in India. And I think it's more to do with how can we better utilize our opportunity here in India as well. So use of funds, of course, we really don't focus on that. What we focus on is to see where exactly can we have strategic partnerships, strategic investments in different parts, so that helps us in the business for that locale.
Okay. And, we have seen the health premiums as well that have gone up quite significantly. Just walk us through what the data has revealed over the past few months, especially in these fairly trying times of a pandemic, in terms of what kind of data as well has been aggregated regarding this?
So, see, what happens is that health is a very seasonal business. You will generally see a lot of customers buying in the December, January, February, and March months, or almost akin to its life counterpart, wherein this is the taxation season. But what's happened this year because of the pandemic is when pandemic hit in March, almost April onwards, we saw our demand skyrocketing. I thought that a lot of customers were involved in getting involved, understanding the product, and we've seen the industry growing at almost 20%. PolicyBazaar itself has been able to grow about 100% in terms of demand and in terms of getting policies to customers. I think this is a very, very good sign of what lies ahead. I think we will have a fabulous year here in terms of premiums and in terms of a lot of customers now coming into the health insurance sphere. So I think I see good things happening. More and more product innovation will happen. A lot of customers will actually start going and researching more and more products, about specific illnesses, pandemics, etc. So health insurance as an industry, we will see growing very, very strongly in the next 3 to 5 years. In fact, all protection businesses will see that kind of boost in the next 3 to 5 years.
Okay, fair enough. I just wanted to understand what kind of growth as well you're anticipating now for the company going forward. What exactly is going to be the game plan? Are you in talks with any other investors as of now?
In terms of growth, I think we should be able to sustain a growth of close to about 3 to 4x of what the industry grows. I think PolicyBazaar should be at about 3 to 4x growth in comparison. In terms of investments, I see we're not really out there, looking, but wherever we find strategic partnerships, where we find very, very strategic investors, we're always open. But the idea is to basically see where can we actually draw that into our central strategy about expansion, about growth, about customer service. So a huge part of our focus now is going into making sure that customers find the best value and the best service at PolicyBazaar. So that will be the part that will keep evolving, and I think that should now get to a stage where we're looking after a lot of customer service aspects, claims aspects, which will attract more and more consumers. So I think our growth should be elevated for the next 3 to 5 years at least. And I'm hoping that we will be able to kind of raise our valuation numbers and our premium numbers year on year at the rate of, let's say, about anywhere between 60 to 70%.
Okay. And in terms of term products in the last few quarters, what kind of growth have you witnessed? How is this comparable to some of the peers?
I think term just like health has also seen a huge surge in numbers. Of course, the payment modes have changed, so customers are now more savvy with small EMI options that are available in buying term. But I think in terms of adoption, this is the highest conversion that we're getting, highest number of demand that we've got. We saw April till July actually a very, very steep kind of curve up. And I think that will continue. I think term is moving more and more towards pure protection. And I think a lot of other players are also coming to the market in terms of insurance companies. They're seeing more value in the product, again, going down the same death, disease, and disability route. So I see that their growth will also be elevated for the next few years at least.
Okay. And in comparison just to the rest of your peers, with all of the competition as well within this space, how are you looking at, continuing to hold on to market share?
See, PolicyBazaar on the online aggregation space has pretty much been it, right? We've seen very, very less competition, and I think that's because we have very, very handsome partnerships with insurance companies. I think we will be able to keep our market share intact in terms of our direct competition. We are also on the digital side. We've been the largest for quite a few years, and we kind of want to continue that. And I think that will come by what I said. Basically focusing on customer service, about claims, and basically making sure that the entire ecosystem of insurance is well within our grasp. We're able to kind of control it. We're able to kind of help the customer out. So I think from a market share perspective, we should be intact for at least the next 2 to 3 years. We don't have any direct competition right now in sight. And I think that'll probably stay for some time more.
Okay. There are some major shareholders as well for the company that you have currently. I just wanted to understand if you could throw some light in terms of financials as well, how revenue generation has been over this last quarter or even the year, and what your overall, bottom line position is as well.
So as PolicyBazaar as an entity has been generating positive contribution EBITDA for quite some time now, and that stays steady. In fact, we've seen higher number of those because our efficiency, because of customer interest and demand, have gone up. So our bottom line is actually very, very healthy. It's the healthiest it's ever been on the PolicyBazaar side, and this seems to be growing. While not quoting exact numbers, it's about 2x of what it was last year.
All right, we wish you all the best. Thanks so much for taking time out and joining us here on Startup Central. Time for a quick breather right here on the show. Stay with us. On the other side, we connect with Bengaluru-based startup Country Delight to talk about their latest fundraising round of $25 million.